guys, welcome back to our YouTube channel. It is your girl Valerie here and my wonderful husband Ron, my baby.
This is the DMV show.
Yeah, but we have a lot to talk about today. We really wanted to have like a discussion, and we wanted to start this thing called marriage talk, right?
Yeah.
Marriage talk. Why can't I say it? Marriage talk. Okay. So we got some ice cream and good conversation, and we're just gonna start. So today our topic is going to be based on marrying a creative and the benefits of marrying a creative, or like the dislikes of marrying a creative, and certain issues other people may have of you marrying a creative, if that makes sense, right? So, as you guys all know, I am a dancer, I'm a choreographer, he's a dancer-ish.
Yeah, you know, I got my background.
He has a background of dancing, right? But he hasn't danced professionally since we've been together. Right? So, I have danced with multiple artists, videos, shows, concerts. Just recently had one in One Africa. I just recently had one in New York called One Africa. I don't know why I can't talk today, but whatever. So, quick background about my culture. So, like, in our culture, it requires like a lot of whining, dancing provocatively. To some that's outside of our culture, it may look like thirsty, or it may look like promiscuous. It may not look too pleasing to some people's eyes, but in our culture, this is what we do. This is how we dance and everything like that. So, how did you feel like seeing that when we first started like dating before we got married and stuff?
I never had a problem with it. I mean, coming from a dancing background, I understand the assignment. Mm-hmm. So I mean, if that's just part of the performance, then it's perfectly fine. As long as it would never like carry over to like a personal life, there's never an issue.
Okay, because like a lot of guys that I dealt with, or a lot of guys that see me will be like, like, my girl could never, or why you doing all that, and it's just like, it's screaming insecurity.
It's definitely a little bit insecurities, or if it's not insecurities, is they're just
they just don't respect your culture in a sense then.
That, and they're now a little misinformed, or they're not informed enough.
Okay. Yeah, because, I don't know. I just feel like certain times, like I kind of feel like if you can't handle what a creative does, mm-hmm. you shouldn't be with that person, because you can't block a person who is creative. Like, having creatives block and then adding what your like significant other just doesn't like, or it's just too much stress on that person who's creative. It's just too much stress on that person. So it's just like, How can somebody work in that type of environment? But I'm so happy that we're not in that environment where I have to feel like I can't be myself, or I can't I can't do what I have to do, because at the end of the day, dancing is a job.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, you know me, like, I'm all about my integrity, and I'm all about making sure that I do what I have to do. I do it to the best of my ability. I'm not going to give somebody a half product or a half finished thing. I want to give you guys the full thing and then some. Like, I exert myself sometimes dancing, or just doing my job in general, because it's like, I want you guys to always remember, but y'all look at me, oh, that's the girl that was going off that day, that was the girl that did this and the third. You have to remember me by force, by fire. So it's just like, certain guys or certain females in a sense too, because a lot of females can be like, why is my man, let's say he's a masseuse. Mm-hmm. Let's say he's a masseuse. Why is he touching on her like that? He's doing his job. And a lot of people do, I would say, like, a lot of people on social media do kind of like do the most when they be massaging and stuff. But it's just like, if you know your guy, your man is not that type of guy, and he's really doing his job because he loves to help people feel good in the sense of helping them with their body and stuff, it shouldn't be something that you have to like, babe, you can't do that professional more, because it's screaming insecurity, it's screaming jealousy, and it's screaming a red flag that you have to run and don't look back, because it's not given. Like, I'm gonna just hold myself in because I don't want my man or I don't want my female to feel this way, whatever. But you knew what you signed up for,
right?
At the end of the day,
and it all also comes back to communication. So if you know,
and also comes back to trust,
right? Trust, communication. So if you communicating that, from Jump Street, this is the job, this is what it entails, and then when you see it, you shouldn't have any issue with it at all,
right?
Any at all. I mean, even if you like, maybe like, oh, that was a little, it was pushing it, but you know your significant other. And,
have you ever been thought when I did something that, oh wow, you was pushing a little bit?
No, I was never worried or felt threatened.
Okay.
So maybe it's just me, but nah.
No. So I have a little story for you guys, right? So one Africa, it was one artist, and he wanted me to be the dancer for his set, and somebody recorded in the audience and was like, I don't want her husband to see this. What if her husband sees this, right? And it was just like, I'm not even gonna lie, it kind of annoyed me a bit, because it's not the first time that somebody has said something like that. In a sense, a couple years ago, DeVito had a show out in Philadelphia, and I was dancing, but I wasn't even dancing on the video. I was just dancing by myself, but the way I was dancing, it was like, okay, wow, you doing your thing. But then they were like in the crowd, I wonder what they say. Does her husband know she dancing like this? And I'm just like, why is that the first thought that comes to your head when you see me dancing that way, or when you see anybody who's married? Because at the end of the day, let's be honest here, you got actors who are married, you got actresses who are married, you have rappers, whatever, who are married, but when they do certain videos or when they have certain scenes in a movie or something, let's say it's a sex scene, you don't see nobody saying, why is this girl showing her nipples and she's married to such and such, or why is this guy putting his BB and all that, and everybody else, although it's a sex scene, it's fake, y'all not talking about that. But because y'all see somebody who y'all claim to be not regular, but one that, like, they're not on that same caliber as the actress or celebrity, it's like, why is she doing this or why is he doing that? And it's like, you guys can't compare somebody's job to somebody who's above that person's like pay grade, I should say, because of how much money they're making. At the end of the day, a job is a job. If I get hired to shake my butt for a celebrity for their music video, that is what I'm going to do, and then some. It's my job. I'm not going to shake it in a way is looking sluttish, whorish. I'm gonna do it in a way that's still like modest, but she's still getting it done because she knew the assignment. You know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, if he's a dancer and the artist wants him to wear no shirt and she's feeling on my man, am I gonna get mad? No, that's what she wants for her set. That's what she wants for her video. It's a job. But it's like small-minded people will always think small-minded things. Like, oh, I wonder what husband, why do y'all want to be so toxic so bad? Why do y'all want a problem out of a marriage so bad? It's not even calling, or it's not being called for it to have a problem. If my man is okay, because at the end of the day, let me tell you something. Although I'm shaking my butt, or although I'm whining the way that I am on that person, they're not getting what he's getting when I'm doing it on him.
That's offending.
They're not getting what he's getting when I'm doing it on him. They're only getting a piece. He's getting the whole cake. The whole cake. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, why y'all so worried about what I'm doing? I got a question. Why are we so worried about what I'm doing with my body? My husband don't even care. I got a question. Can you answer that?
No, I can't answer why. But and also, like I said, with communication, if it's something that, like, as a couple, like, you agree that no, it's too much, she don't have to take the job, and she knows she won't take the job, and it's all about comfortability.
And it's also like, I'm sorry to cut you off. It's also like he said, I don't always take the job. I don't always take every job. Let's It's been some jobs that's looking like, the budget or the way that they're the person, you can just tell when somebody, what's the word I'm looking for? Like it's giving cheap. I won't ever put myself in a cheap product because that's not what I am. I'm not a cheap. I'm just not cheap. Like, it's not giving. Okay, you got this set in your house. You want me to be twerking? Nah.
Right.
Put me in a studio or put me in a creative studio, like a studio where like real people, real artists. Not saying that they're fake artists, but like actual artists who put money and time and thought into their project. Put me in a place or a position to feel comfortable. I'm not going to nobody's run down Diddy house to go shake my butt. That's not ever going to happen. So it's like you have to also know, okay, my significant other knows her worth, or he knows his worth. So I know for a fact that whatever they're doing is not a low budget. It's not a low budget thing. It's actually like she's getting paid or he's getting paid quite a good penny, and they're doing their job in a way and it's just like, I know they won't put themselves in a position to like look stupid or look cheap or look crazy.
Or make their significant other look stupid or crazy.
Or, yeah. So it's just like, you also got to know that stuff too. And also, like, it comes right back down to communication. Literally, every time I do something like, babe, did you have a problem with it? I ask him maybe like 4 or 5 times before I be like, are you really thinking? And he really say no every time. But it's more so like, I want my man to be able to feel, he can tell me like, babe, nah, I ain't like that. And even with that whole one Africa performance, the guy was like touching. In my face, I smiled, but I literally like, and I walked off the stage, but I had to play it off in a sense like, okay, don't humiliate him during his set because it still is a performance, but also set a standard or set a boundary where he's like, okay, she doesn't like that, so she's gonna walk away. What did he do? He fell, and he went back to, gallivanting to the crowd.
Yeah.
Like, it's stuff you gotta do. If you can be the person to control that set or that scene, then maybe, if a person can be insecure or can feel like, damn, I can't trust my significant other because they don't know how to like control what's going on in a sense. So yeah, I mean, I would never stop my job. I love my job. I love dancing, and I don't think he would ever tell me like, babe, dancing ain't it. No, he knows dancing is a big part of me. So it's just like, I ain't stopping.
Yeah. Unless you go for too long. Nah, you gotta come back. You was going a little too long, but I mean, she still do her job, so.
Still gotta do my job.
Still do your job.
Still have to do my job, and that's just that, But no, this is my baby. He gets it all the time. But yeah, so was that it?
Yeah.
You didn't even touch the ice cream.
I know you didn't touch the ice cream.
You
I'm eating ice cream.
This a coffee?
No.
A butter pecan?
Yeah, it's your favorite.
I don't like Talenti though. I
do.
like Myers.
Yeah, but this is better for you.
I don't know. Not everything better for you. But yeah, so what else did you want to talk about?
I don't know.
I think that was kind of really pretty much for this episode today.
Yeah. Sounds like, I think that did it.
That did it?
That did it.
Yeah.
But if you have any questions for us, always post in the comments, Don't ever be afraid to ask, what you want to know.
And chime in, if you agree with us or if you don't agree, I still want to know what you like, your opinion, so that we can be able to have dialogue and really understand where you're coming from and where we're coming from. But all in all, if you are comfortable with your significant other, and if you trust your significant other, and if you communicate well with your significant other, a creative shouldn't have to feel like they can't be creative in their relationship, or shouldn't have to feel that they can't go above and beyond because of how that person will feel. Unless it's really detrimental, to the point, it's okay, after you finish dancing with the person, or after you finish doing whatever with this person, it still is a relationship going on after the fact. Y'all still texting, y'all still doing the most, because now it's, what's the problem? You only had a job. This is not something you have to keep communicating with this person afterwards, because literally, first of all, you're not supposed to be communicating with the artist. It's their management that's supposed to be communicating. So if you're still communicating with the artist, it's screaming red flag. Because what y'all talking about? What y'all talking about?
Unless you are like their artist like main dancer. That's one thing. But then y'all build a rapport, but it's still boundaries.
It's still boundaries. So if you're texting that artist, whoever, like 12 o'clock at night, hoochie mama hours. What are y'all talking about that's so important that y'all can wait till the morning time? Right?
Yeah.
Or why I keep calling each other all the time. Like, that's when it could be like, okay, your job is starting to be a little dent in our relationship and I just don't like X, Y, and Z. Rather than the first time you see your girl, your guy doing what they doing, it's like, oh, hell no. And then it just starts a relationship. Like, I'm real big on, if you're not securing yourself, you can't be with me. You can't be with me. And it's just like, I'm not saying like just me and Jen. I'm just saying like, for me, for somebody who's strong, who has like a strong mentality, who is very like independent in a sense, why, I was about to say freak, but I ain't gonna say freak. But why are you so insecure? Like, why are you insecure? That's like telling me, okay, I can't dance anymore. So now it's like, okay, you're going to try to tell me what I can't wear or what I can't do, who I can't talk to, what I can't say. They're screaming controlling. They're screaming, I don't want to be with you. So yeah, if you acting like that, we don't have to be together. We don't have to be together. And the very first time I ever danced with Duran, being like, he was my boyfriend at the time. It was like the concerts at the lounge and stuff. He used to sit back there with that mop bucket, just watching this girl do his thing, and then go back to mopping. So if he had a problem then, if he didn't have a problem then, why would he have a problem now? That's my whole point. You know?
Mm-hmm. And even though she's independent, it doesn't mean that she's not submissive in a relationship.
Oh yeah, no.
She just has.
I'm very submissive.
No, she has a voice and is I respect it. So. I'm
very submissive. All right, sorry. But yeah, no. Yeah. I don't. So yeah, that's pretty much it. And for the ones that, you know, really, how can I say it? Always saying those little smart comments about me dancing and stuff like that. I just really want you guys to know, like, or I would appreciate if you guys just stop saying it, because it's like, now that I've said it publicly, now that he said it publicly, like, he doesn't really care. So then it's like, if I hear it the next time, it's going to feel like y'all being smart. Now I don't want to have to get smart back. So it's just like, don't say nothing at all. If you even think that, okay, you can think that, I can't control how you think, but just don't say it out loud for me to hear it, because I'm going to get smart. You know. Is that my own piece?
Okay, and we hope we answered any questions that you had and close any concerns about how I feel or how I should feel. But,
first of all, they can tell you how you're supposed to feel in the first place.
I mean, I know I would say if they had any concerns or any questions, but I mean, you know.
Yeah. So,
this is really disgusting. It's really not.
So lentic is disgusting.
You usually like it.
Not the southern butter.
That's the kind you always eat.
Really?
Yeah.
This ain't giving what I'm supposed to give.
Maybe because it ain't fresh, like. If it was still like straight off the top, I think you would still enjoy it. I mean, if you not to be like you eating, get them out.
But yeah, so I think we good.
Yeah.
So we'll see you guys next Wednesday for our very next topic.
Yeah.
Right? I think we're gonna do like seafood. We should do seafood.
Seafood. No, everybody do seafood. No, I'm tired of seafood.
Then what you wanna do with African food?
We'll figure it out.
Okay, we'll figure it out. Maybe lamb chops.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, my lamb chops is the best.
My lamb chops are the best. My lamb chops are the best. What are you talking about?
Okay.
I said what I said.
And I said what I said.
Alright.
Until next time.
Love you guys. What was that?
I don't know.
Who was that? Braylon?
Hey, that's Bryson.
That's Bryson. Yeah. right, y'all, we out. So yeah, we love you guys. Don't forget to like, comment, and
subscribe.